Wissomogo dosi sheba dente skun mostovi gita yavach, piktarishan, bram tabanin soju. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin, wana magrable mogo. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lisba. Kavadumpa mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wishchawa kachuba. Sura dachi morotuko gansa.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them now.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watched instead. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent problems.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave before too many more beast cages are stacked in the streets. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dagon Kent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. What else do you want to know about? Stay out of trouble.
Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa.
I'm Captain Galisi, Offworlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. They attack our spaceships unprovoked. What next? An invasion? Perhaps they seek to conquer us. Will you stand idly by? Will you let them bomb our city? No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her. With force!
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in. You've gone too far.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise up now and march to the palace. Our will cannot be denied. Sacrifices are inevitable, but it is the price of change. I will not. My cause is just. The Queen must bow to our will. My head... Everyone stop now. I will go quietly.
I don't know what you did, but thank you, Offworlder. That was too close for me. These are dangerous times. People like...
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
What do you want? Not really, I just started here. I have to get back to work.
Tu, Nizama! Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamadura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Ento mesh mi paju, watamincha, yokolondado, nukulabirawa, tines un soto. Tu, ni... Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa. Chone murlera, tonkinge ba no jansaka nikaraska. Tancha nik maui kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitu kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita chone murlera, tonkinge ba no jansa. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa.
Now, what did you order? I'll just guess.
This room is reserved. I suggest you leave the room, off-worlder. I've got all the This room is... If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Do you have a visa yet? I'm still paying very well for it. Some unique items you won't... I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say.
Good to see you again. What do you want to know about that night? Dagon Gent didn't do it. Because... It's quite simple. Right now, I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite... I was with... We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been in... I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
It's the Pazak. Foul business, that. She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit. Their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. But the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Salio was our friend. Just outside the door by the junkie.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlook something. Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
Kroton oranga manatandi. Boson chinsun mika. Sinamarants. Bosa non chirinta masukin kura wanka. Boson chinsun mikaranga do maichonga. Tu extractona tu insula raka rakachat. Insukre masukun ratungala. Merontono junsa raka roto. Minsukun rakawata. Poendo ratamana sobu. Kroton oranga manatandi koroto. Mokpiluna wana si Jin si wano bosh. Kroton oranga manatandi koroto. Mokpiluna wana si Jin si wano bosh.
Pasa susho wi. Lutanas.
Wait your turn. I have 3 customers ahead of you.
It's the Bazak. Fab.
That would be Bohema's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering. Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead. Know him? That would...
Good to see. What do you want? Dagon, get. I would.
Assuming.
I don't.
This room is Huh. That Bith keeps buying droids,
and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There is a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety. Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits. Thank you for your business.
Kif and the cantina can probably do something with this. We should head back.
I am 1B. Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have any interest in my goods? 1B8D was built and programmed by Tolos the Trader. 1B8D was built to buy droid components for below base cost value and sell components based on most favorable market conditions. Do you have any interest in my goods?
Nizama Tawancha Morichiwa Dahupa Bosa Kurata Go Jujuto Yoki Hiata Yamba Wajiaki Yukito Tune Kawana Bota Yuntatanga Kinamadora Tayaita Tabosananansata.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana Bota Yuntatanga Kinamadora Tayaita Tabosananansata.
This room is... Huh.
Back again, Off-Worlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. We...
Captain, you're back. Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. but my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship. Thanks to the captain. We get to go into space.
You are still unready to face my master. Any flaw he will sense, as he is a seam in the fabric of the Force. He senses fractures and weaknesses around him. Your treatment of this woman and her offspring is symptomatic of your own weakness. I'm not sure you are correct. I only hope you prove strong enough for what awaits you. You and your compassion.
It's the Pazak show. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the Offworlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Gent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
What he meant to say, Major, is that they were friends.
So these two were friends? A friend would never say such things to another friend. You expect me to believe—
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. So what? What matters is who was there first. An eyewitness said he came from his office almost immediately. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Gent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Gent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat. The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent as other investigators. I'm not gonna say any more. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders.
We really need to patrol that sector better.